Okay, hi everyone. Here I'm doing another photo critique of a person who sent me some images. This is from Gary Lawrence, and on the Hotmail it's come up straight away so we can see the shots kind of on my Hotmail. And it says, "Hey Mr. Dom," I love being called Mr. Dom, I think that's cool. That's what my students in Japan used to call me. I've been loving the talks you've been giving about people's work, and I want to jump in before you get bombarded with everyone's work and blah blah blah. Anyway, I narrowed them down to recent photos. I want some true harsh criticism. Hopefully I can learn from your words as I'm blind to my own work. True. Cool. Right, okay, first of all, I'll look at your photos and let's see how I can critique them. Was it harshly critique them? Okay, let's go with the first one. Okay, first. These are loading fast. These are very fast. Okay, first image. It seems like we've got 3 shots coming straight up. You've got a very close-up shot of I think we call it the fret board, I think, with the different size of strings on a guitar, I'm guessing. I like that. I like the colours that you've used. I like the kind of fairly harsh contrast on that. The only things I would say is the depth of field might be very small. It might just be the actual thing, but this looks a little bit blurry. I can't imagine the depth of field being that small. But if you could use some sharpening or even just enhance the contrast just around the name here so it becomes sharper, that would be good, because it kind of looks a little bit blurry. It might just be the size of the picture that you sent me there. The second one, I'm guessing this is a bit of Photoshop work that you've done here, where you've added on the numbers here, like 10, 103, 10, all that kind of stuff. That's where you stick your fingers on it to get a tune or something. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I like that. That's cool. Again, I would just say maybe a little bit of sharpening. It kind of looks a little bit blurry apart from the writing on it there. And then the shot at the bottom, cool, like it. I love that star over to the right there. It looks good, and it's amazing how dusty and like scratched up that is. So that's quite a cool shot. Does look like the image is also does look like the image is kind of very, very noisy, but that's obviously, I would say, a look that you're going for here. The vignetting, that looks like you've added vignetting here, because it kind of looks like you've followed it along and then gone up, and it's darkened the edge of the star thing here. So maybe if you'd cut down on the vignetting there, maybe it's not something that you're able to control at all, but that would have been quite cool. Yes, you've got a star there and a star there. I think that's quite cool. Okay, I like that. That's a good montage that you've put there. I like that a lot. I like the colours that you've used as well. Okay, let's go into the next one. Cool, okay, really muted colours here. It's a picture of a girl. You're only seeing the side of her face, but then in the reflection of the something, looks like either just a piece of metal or maybe a window with lots of dust on it or something. You see the nice brightness of her eye and stuff like that. What I would say is there's probably just too many distractions on this piece of whatever the reflective material is. For example, just under her lip, she's got 2 spots there. You can also see there's a couple of hairs going right across her face, and more kind of crap up there. So it would be good if, like, that could very easily be photoshopped out. Same with, you've got kind of slightly out of focus bits of hair here and here and here. But I like the idea, and I like the colours that you've kind of muted it down to. I really need a name for the shot though. Like, first of all, you put your logo on it, so that's good, but it doesn't have a name. I wanted your photos to have a name. Okay, that's the rule. If any of you're sending me any more photos, I want each photo to have a name to it, so I can kind of get a bit more of an idea of what it means. Maybe this one would just be called Becky or something like that, and that wouldn't give me too much information. But maybe if you're going like the mist beyond the reflection, or something weird like that. If you think your photo is really, really good, give it a name instead of just having image 1213 copy.jpg. But yeah, like kind of what you did there, could clean up that side there. Okay, let's go into the next one. Okay, shot here. It looks like you've actually gone and done a little bit of HDR work on this shot. Would say she kind of doesn't look like her face doesn't look as sharp as, say, maybe lower down here, just below the jugs. That looks kind of sharper than her face. So it looks like it's just a little bit of motion blur. Maybe her face just slightly moves. The harsh shadow behind as well. So that's obviously you've just pretty much had the flash, I'm guessing almost on camera, and you had it in a portrait angle there. So there's definitely like a lot of photoshopping going on here. What I would say is almost too much photoshopping. Also, I'm kind of just not getting what the image is. Is a girl sitting down? I'm not seeing what the location is. Is she in a well? Is she in a random cage of some sort? Is she meant to be looking scared? What is the light meant to be? Is the light meant to be like a flashlight going down onto her? Is she's kind of there in her jeans, in her shoes with a hat. Is she a dancer? Because like those kind of shoes and that kind of hat makes her kind of look like she'd be a dancer. But then why is she on the ground? So again, I'm just a bit confused by it there. It looks like you've definitely done camera flash on camera as well. Just too much editing there, and I'm not getting what you're trying to show. Is it a fashion shot? Is it a portrait shot? If it is a portrait, who is she? Again, just got image 1380, so I need a little bit more information on that to give you a better critique. Next one. Okay, this one's cool. You've done a little bit of a slow shutter speed, a little bit of movement into the image, and you can see it's all kind of been moving that way. It looks like you've used flash again, possibly on camera again in portrait mode, because as you can see the kind of shadow from her nose is very short, so it obviously hasn't been far away. What I would say is a little bit distracting is that one eye has stronger contrast than the other, and that makes the far away one really pop out compared to this one, or it makes this one kind of ghostly and almost like she's got cataracts. So if you look at that image, that eyeball there, it's starting to weird me out the more I look at it. She looks like a beautiful girl with great hair. Again, I try and maybe calm down the hair so it's not over the face so much. But I like how you've done a bit of slow shooting there. And what's the name? Yeah, image 2050. I need a name and something about it. Is it a beauty shot? Is it a portrait shot? Is it an action shot? Who is she? What does she do? But I do like it. I like how you put movement into it, and I think the black and white's done well. But just because there's too much contrast between the different eyeballs, there's too much difference between the eyeballs, she kind of looks like she might be a vampire or a werewolf. But yeah, tell me some more details. Okay, last picture. Hamilton, New Zealand, 2010. Okay, we've gone for a really punchy image here. Again, it looks like you've gone pretty high with the contrast. You've really saturated the colours. The blacks are totally black, but the colours are really in there. So this is almost like a pop art looking photo, which I quite like. The colours are good. I like that. I like the guitar, the shoe, the fact that you can tell it's on a stage. The random person in the background not digging. He just kind of looks like somebody looking at his thumb or something like that. And the bin in the background as well. Maybe if you just like black that out or something there, that would be a bit better. Because it does look like that man has got his head up the guitar player's butt. But yeah, colour-wise I like. You've also done quite a strong post-vignetting around the side, which I think is fine. That's given it a what do you call it? A frame, yeah. And I like how you stuck the little logo up there. It is a little bit confusing with this bit up here. I'm not understanding what I'm looking at here. Is that the sky or something? Maybe best just to totally black out what's above the logo there so it stands out a bit more. But yeah, cool. I'll stick that on the website, on the blog, donbauerphoto.com. gary.blogspot.com, and I'll give a number critique and the plus and negatives about it. What I'll do is start putting all of these together. But yeah, good work, good work. I hope you're going to send me more in the future. Don't send me straight away. Wait until you've got another bunch that you really, really like, and I'll critique them as well. But yeah, just to let you know, everyone, I'm still really working hard on my book at the moment. I'm up to 100 pages, and it's going well. What I'm really trying to do with my book is just make sure there's not page after page of just writing. So I'm shoving in a lot more pictures and giving a lot more details of all the different settings and camera settings and all that kind of stuff. So been working on that for the last wee while. That's why I haven't had a huge number of videos coming up as I normally do. The front of it's also going to be changing. So prepare, that's going to be coming out pretty soon as well. And you'll be able to get it from Blurb, which is like an online thing. You'll see it in the future anyway. But yeah, so that's the photo critique for Gary Lawrence. Hope that helps. Cheers. Bye bye.